tell you, I'm happy to say there's nothing but blue skies coming your way. There's nothing but blue skies coming your way. I'm happy to say there's nothing but blue skies coming your way. Blue skies coming your way. Blue skies coming your way. This is weather. Weather. This is weather. Weather. This is weather. Weather. This is weather. Weather. This is Dick Whitman bringing you the weather.
And the dough. And the dough. And the dough. Always stacking bread. Always stacking bread. Always stacking bread. Always stacking bread.
This is Dick Whitman bringing you the weather. This is Dick Whitman bringing you the weather. And let me tell you, I'm happy to say there's nothing but blue skies coming your way.
It's Saturday, March 29th, and you are watching You Don't Watch Sports right here on the Feo Grande YouTube network. I am Bill Smith, and I am joined, as always, by the man, the myth, the legend, Feo Grande himself, Omari Ellis. Omari, how was your sports week?
Oh, it was great. Off to a great going. I like it. We're going to talk
Off
about
to a
some
great
of this
going,
stuff.
absolutely. We're going to cover 3 topics here on You Don't Watch Sports, just to sprinkle a little bit of sports information into your casual conversation, as we are your guiding light through the sea that is sports talk. Topic number 1, baseball has started, Omari, and the world is right again. Thursday, we had opening day across the entire league, and we had some amazing wins, some amazing losses. We already have our first walk-off game of the year, a bunch of incredible home runs, but none more powerful than Mr. Opening Day himself. Former St. Louis Cardinal Tyler O'Neill continued his record-setting pace of now 6 consecutive opening days with a home run.
That's pretty good.
It's just what he does now.
But
It
he
is
does it for
baseball
somebody
opening
else.
day. Tyler O'Neill hits a home run. Yes, that is correct.
Former
4 of
Cardinal.
those were with the St. Louis. 5 of those were with the St. Louis Cardinals. 4 of those, and now he will continue it in another jersey. But whether he
Which
is
jersey
home,
is that?
whether he is away, he is currently playing for the Baltimore Orioles.
Okay.
And he was in Toronto playing against the Blue Jays in their home opener, where he absolutely clobbered ball over the fence. Mr.
That's
Opening
awesome.
Day, Tyler O'Neill, now 6 consecutive opening days in a row with a home run.
That's awesome.
Now, let's get into it, Omari. Randy Pofo's redemption. That is the name of my fantasy baseball team. As I explained last week, that is Macho Man Randy Savage's real name, the name that he played under when he played actual Major League Baseball for the for the Cincinnati Reds and for the St. Louis Cardinals, Randy Pofo. So, Omari, I really appreciate you last week. I was nervous. I was talking myself down a little bit. You really hyped me up. I appreciate you being in my corner. some of the points that we have across our league this week are 44, 41, 45,
Huh?
64.
That's
Started to
a
get
jump.
into a jump.
That's a jump.
67,
Okay.
72, 74, 80. Randy's Pofo's redemption is clocking in currently this week at 146 points, topping the league,
Let's
baby.
fucking go. I told you.
We currently have Randy Pofo's redemption at 146 points. We have my direct competitor in my head-to-head matchup this week, Smelly Socks, has 45 points. So it is a murder. It is a murder.
140. Damn.
The next closest to Randy Pofo is going to be Hold Me Closer, Otani Dancer, and that is 113 points.
Is that who I think it is?
No, that is not.
Really?
Yeah, so I have over 30-point lead over the second highest point total in the league currently. Then it goes to a 99 point release the Newt in reference to our St. Louis Cardinal Lars Nootbaar. Then you have another steep drop off, and you get to our friend of the channel, Chris Outlaw's team, the Hubble Stars, where they are 80 points.
Okay.
So for my first week ever in competitive fantasy sports,
Mr. Opening Day.
146 points to my team.
That's how you enter the league and say, yeah, y'all thought I was just the extra. I was just number 12 to fill a roster spot. Nah, I'm here. I came to play. Make an opening statement.
You know what I'm saying? I'd like to give a shout out to opening day starter Mackenzie Gore. He's a young pitcher for the Washington Nationals who went 6 innings with 13 strikeouts. That is a record tying feat only with St. Louis Cardinal Bob Gibson in the 60s.
Yeah, I'm about to say Bob Gibson. That's a long
Who is
time
the
ago.
only other pitcher to have 13 strikeouts on opening day. So that Mackenzie Gore right there just gave me 30 points. However, I did the math on this the other day, and it looks like your starting pitcher average on a decent day, average guy, is going to end up getting you around 15 points for his start. So if you subtract Mackenzie Gore's 15 points of his elite game
Yeah.
and put him more at just a regular Joe start, I still have the most points in the league. So it is a all around effort from my team here. Number 1 overall draft pick Mookie Betts, shortstop of the Los Angeles Dodgers, is sitting at 19 points currently for the week. So big week for my boy Mookie. You got 6 points. 7 points from Freddie Freeman, his partner in crime in LA. 14 points from his partner in crime in LA, Will Smith. Hence the hat that I represent. We got 14 points from Ian Happ, 3 points from Adalis Garcia. We've got a 1 point help, 2 point help, all over the map here. 8 points from my third baseman Austin Riley. So it stacks up to a winning effort here at week 1. So thank you for following along with me on Fantasy Baseball. Omari,
I'm definitely looking forward to that as it goes. Yeah. That's
Let's go on to
awesome.
topic number 2. It is UFL season, baby. Let's
Yes,
let's keep
sir.
updated. Let's keep
Yeah,
updated. The
speaking of
UFL
people
needs some
who are
talk.
people who are dominating from St. Louis, the St. Louis Battlehawks. Yes, that's right. Team that you see behind me and on the hat opened up the UFL this season, destroying Houston 31-6. Battlehawks, it's their biggest win. It ties their largest margin of victory since they beat Orlando by 25 in 2023. The Houston Roughnecks, were held scoreless against the Battlehawks in 6 of their last 8 quarters against them. So we've just been running roughshod on the Roughnecks, including a scoreless first half in each of the last 2 games. The Battlehawks had about 167 passing yards in the first half, so they were just throwing around the field. But the main story about it is the running game this time. 273 rushing yards, a new UFL record, beating Birmingham, who was the great team last year. They had 213. Also against Houston last year. Houston, it's a new season. Where's your improvements against the Russian defense? You would think if you got ran hard that last season, you make some changes. Nah, still porous. There you go. Jarvian Howard, 116 yards and a touchdown. Another running back on our team, Jacob Sailors, 99 yards and a touchdown. The quarterback, Manny Wilkins, also had 43 rushing yards on 8 attempts and 2 rushing touchdowns. So, 2 picks by the defense as well. Not a good start for the Houston Roughnecks. Great start for the Battlehawks. But it's always a great start for the Battlehawks. It's the law, motherfucker. And that was a away game. We didn't even have our home team advantage. The best home team advantage in the league.
And now we got games still to come for the rest of the week. So
Yes, we
line them up
do.
for us again.
So we
Remind
got
us of
the
those.
Brahmas versus the Arlington Renegades. That's tonight. We got Michigan Panthers versus the Memphis Showboats, and the Birmingham Stallions, the 2-year-in-a-row champions, Birmingham Stallions versus the DC Defenders.
The Michigan Panthers.
The Michigan Panthers.
Does that just feel wrong?
Yes.
Like maybe they have some mountain lions or
Maybe.
something?
I don't know why they're the Michigan Panthers. I don't know why Orlando
Panthers,
had
Michigan
its team name
Panthers?
when we had it. It was not the best. Sometimes the names ain't the best, but who you got winning?
Birmingham Stallions feels good. DC Defenders, obvious.
Yeah.
Feels good. Battlehawks, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I had a little bit of it's
Battlehawks
my
since
city,
I
so
heard
I like I'm not nothing. I don't know if anything is ever going to come to me.
Yeah.
Our strongest attempt at an NFL team about 10 years ago, we almost had the St. Louis Rhythm, and I instantly loved that just because we would immediately have the rhythm and blues in the city. Yeah.
Would've been great.
It would have been
Great.
fucking awesome. But unfortunately, that fell through. Our St. Louis representation conglomerate kind of broke apart a little bit, and then that whole push fell apart. But yeah, names are important to me, and Michigan, particularly, I think in a casual sports sense, names, colors, logos, mascots, those are important things.
Yeah.
Michigan Panthers feels awful.
Yeah. I can agree
San
with
Antonio
that.
Brahmas, honestly, I know what the Brahma is. I know the deeper meaning behind it for the league, all
Yeah.
of that. But San Antonio Brahmas just does
Doesn't
not.
really roll off the tongue.
No,
Not even the San Antonio Bulls, just the San Antonio Brahmas specifically. That said, you want to make predictions or no on these games?
on these games, I
It's
mean,
like 4 games a
well,
week with the UFL.
I think I was kind of
Okay.
that was my attempt at that. Was I'm gonna go Arlington Renegades, Memphis Showboats because that's a great name for a Memphis team, and then I think the best feel in my mouth of the UFL. Clip it, quote it, cut it. Is the Birmingham Stallions.
All right. So, in all honesty, you went Arlington Renegades over the Brahmas?
Yeah.
All right. I think that's the game where I'm going to differ just for the sake of differing. I'm going to say the Brahmas. Yeah, I like the Showboats better than the Panthers. And the Stallions, it's hard to vote against them. They're the two-time reigning, defending, undisputed champions. I'm going with the Birmingham Stallions. They take down the Beer Snake in D.C. So there you go. We'll see what happens. Bottom line is, we got another topic, and we can go ahead and move on.
All right. Speaking of predictions, let's just go ahead and start predicting things. Omari, I am going to roll out. We're reaching the end. We're crawling. This is the stage of the season where we are crawling to the long playoffs of the NBA season. And we've got some regular season awards that we're going to need to start dishing out. The races are in the last stretch. You got to either do something now or this is pretty much what it's going to be. I'm going to roll through some names. I want to hear from you who it's going to be. NBA regular season MVP. I am using FanDuel's betting odds here as the ranking. We have our boy Shea at -5,000. You have Jokic at +850, and then you have Giannis at +5,000.
All right, I'm going to say that it's going to probably be head over, opinion or whatever, SGA. He's been scoring way too many points and doing all this great stuff throughout the season. People have gotten voters fatigue against Nikola, which I would also argue, while Nikola Jokic is ridiculous in his own right, let's not be stupid. He also has
casual buzzer beater that he had the other day.
Yeah.
And then just casually walked off the court as his team is bouncing all around him, and he's just like, whatever, yeah. I gotta go to the locker room.
But he's also got a Jamal Murray and a couple other people that go off for 40 just randomly as well, which is why the Nuggets won the championship the year they did.
Yeah.
So, and then Giannis, I don't think Giannis got anybody else with him on there. So when it comes to MVP, hey, without you, we're not doing shit. That's how I feel when it comes to MVP arguments. That said, SGA's winning.
All right. NBA Rookie of the Year, we have Stephen Castle at -700, Alexander Sarr at +850. You have Zachary
Risashe?
Yeah, at plus 1,100, and then with deep odds, you got Zach Edey, Jalen Wells, and Kalel Ware. What do you? We going with chalk here? Stephen Castle. Do you like any of these others?
Stephen Castle may actually win it. I don't hear a lot about the rookies this season because as we kind of talked about the NBA media, they'd rather talk about how one particular rookie drafted in the second round is playing badly than talk about the ones that are playing good. So that said, I'm just gonna go with names and me just mispronouncing this man's name entirely. Zachary Risashe. I'm gonna pick him. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but it's not spelled, it's spelled weird because he's probably foreign. Nothing wrong with it. It's a cool name. That's why I'm literally picking you. But so, yeah.
Yeah. NBA Defensive Player of the Year, Omari, the guy that you love to hate, Draymond Green, is at -135. Then you have Evan Mobley, Dyson Daniels, LaQuence Dort, Jaren Jackson Jr.
And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Yeah. Damn, now I'm thinking about it, so I can't stop laughing. Yeah, but no, I'm surprised to see Draymond on this list because he's been around for a minute and it's been kind of a trend to make fun of Draymond, the past couple years.
Good reminder to know that he's still that dude.
Yeah, it's good to see that because I'm, like you said, love to hate type deal. Been somewhat of a fan of Draymond's for his actual playing. Anyway.
You're a Vegeta.
Evan Mobley, I'm gonna go with Evan Mobley because he's on the Cavaliers, a team that is secretly one of the best team in the East. Because again, no one talks about it. But I'm gonna go with Evan Mobley because I've heard of him, and if Draymond gets it, cool. But I'm going with Evan.
NBA Most Improved Player of the Year. You got Cade Cunningham, Dyson Daniels, Tyler Hero, Christian Braun, and Evan Mobley again.
I'm going to go with the front runner, Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, I think that's a smart choice. NBA Sixth Man of the Year. I think this is kind of one of those, if you know their name, then they have high odds. You have Peyton Pritchard, you have Malik Beasley, Russell Westbrook, DeAndre Hunter, Ty Jerome, and Naz Reid.
Like you said, I know the top 3 names on there. The Celtics are. I'm gonna go Russ, actually. I don't know that much about Peyton Pritchard. I also, me and biases. So I'm gonna go Russell Westbrook because he actually, a lot that I've heard this season is him being like, oh yeah, it's kind of like the Draymond thing. Yeah, y'all were making fun of him these past few years. Now look at how scary the Nuggets are with Russ this year when he's just got random 30 and 40 point games. I'm going with Russ.
All right, and now, like you mentioned, team that's widely ignored. Not a whole lot of individual players are getting talked about in the media. Kenny Atkinson, head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers, is leading the pack for odds of Coach of the Year. Omari, JB Bickerstaff from the Pistons, JJ Redick from the Lakers, and Mark something of the Thunder. Is in the back of the pack. Do you think this is Cleveland's?
It's either Cleveland or Detroit, in all honesty, because Detroit surprised people from being like one of the bottom 2 teams in the league last season to even being in the playoff runs just one season later.
It's not going to be JJ Redick. Like, oh, congratulations, you got handed an MVP caliber player mid-season and your team got better. Like,
they were still playing decent before Luka got there.
Sure, but like at the back of the playoff window,
he did surprise people with the fact that he actually can coach. That said, because they thought he was just getting in there because he was friends with LeBron and podcasting.
Right.
But that said, I'm with you. It's not going to be him. It's going to I'm going to go with the Cavalier guy. But I wouldn't be surprised about Pistons.
All right, and then a fun one, NBA Clutch Player of the Year. You have Jalen Brunson leading the odds, Trae Young, Nikola Jokic, Stephen Curry, Darius Garland, and DeMar DeRozan.
Well, Steph's not signing any endorsement deals with you ever. By the way, Nico Harrison apparently or allegedly is the guy that cost Nike that sponsorship with Steph Curry, and only to later screw over the Mavericks. Crazy. Anyway, my biases lean towards Steph, but it's primarily because I'm casual. But you just talked about Jokic doing Jokic things.
Yeah, I was gonna go with Jokic.
Yeah,
even though he's pretty deep in the odds.
But especially with the him being in the MVP race, I'm gonna go for Jokic because I can see him getting something like that while Shea gets the MVP.
Yeah,
or something along those lines. So,
yeah. All right, well, that wraps up our 3 topics here on You Don't Watch Sports. If you like seeing us talk about other nonsense, you can watch us on Mondays, talk mostly about wrestling. We're centered around our fantasy league where we drafted WWE superstars to earn us points and wins and losses. On Tuesdays, we have This Guy Hasn't Seen, where we share movies back and forth that one guy has seen, the other one hasn't. It's kind of like a book club, movie club kind of thing. Then we have Whatever We Want, whenever they want, on Wednesdays, usually, with friend of the channel, Super Jazz.
Super Jazz.
Omari, where else can they find you on the internet?
They can also find me on Twitter and Twitch at Giotavi. That is Giotavi. Come on in. Stop on by. Streaming Earth Day 240. You know what that means. Yes, sir. So that's what we got going on. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Adiosness.